Welcome to the Grayson Highlands. The Grayson Highlands State Park is located in the western Appalachian Mountains just north of the North Carolina-Virginia border. First established in 1965, this park boasts the highest peaks within the state of Virginia at over 5,500 feet, but is most well known for the abundance of wild ponies that run free within the confinements of the park. The ponies spend most of their time grazing atop the beautiful balds in the park and are very accustomed to human interaction, although petting and feeding them are against park policy. The Grayson Highlands race events first began in 2015 and have grown now to encompass a 50-mile, 50-kilometer, half marathon, and 8-mile distance, perfect for the seasoned trail runners and beginners alike. I spent all of Saturday volunteering for the ultra events and cheering on many of those who I knew racing throughout the day. After a beautiful, crisp night of camping at a local campground within the park, I gathered all my race gear in preparation for the Grayson Highlands Half Marathon, which I planned to run with Katie, a friend of mine from back home. Neither of us had run this race before. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the start line of the 2023 Grayson Highlands Half Marathon. I spent the last 2 nights camping out at Chestnut Campground, not too far away from the start. It's been pretty out this past couple of days. So here we are, we're about to get things going. I'm running with a friend of mine, Katie, so I'll introduce her in a little bit. It's going to be a beautiful day so far. We've got a nice, partly sunny skies, so we'll get things going in a couple minutes. Right. What's up, Paul?
What's up, brother? Doing all right? Well, thanks
ready for a good day?
We're having a great day. Man.
Awesome, sweet. Hey, Chloe. All right, you too, Elena.
All right, you guys, 12 minutes.
He starts crying.
All right, park manager, give a big shout out. All right, this is how you don't get lost, and I'll go more to talk about the race after that. Number 1, you're following pink flagging that says USFS, do not remove. On this road section, there's not as much flagging. Anytime there's nowhere to go, there's not as much flagging. If you see a flag, it means come this way. If you see flagging across something, even if it is down on the ground, that means do not go this way. Don't step over that. That's for all race distances. Okay? Both the 8-miler and the half marathon stay together for about the first 4 or 5 miles. Alright? We have people that will then split you. Okay? For this race, the first 1.25 miles are all downhill on the road before we hit a trail. I bet a lot of people here will probably PR on that first mile. Course is about 2 miles in. There is a left turn you take. It is a lollipop. You go left, follow the signs, the direction you're facing.
This race begins with about 2 miles of steep downhill on the roads before jumping into the trail system within the park. This stretch was perfect to separate us from those racing for time, as Katie and I started off nice and casual to begin the day. All right, so here we are about 1.5 miles into the race. We're on this road section before we hop into the trails. I'm here with Matt.
What up?
Met him yesterday. Savior of my dinner. I had some amazing vegan chili. So that was a good way to end the day. Yep.
So we're about 3.4 miles into this race so far. We're working our way here with Katie.
Hey.
Trying to get her in frame, but apparently I'm not doing the best. The trail's pretty technical out here, so I don't want to trip or fall or anything. So far the day's going pretty well. It's much warmer than either of us thought. Katie has already shed a layer.
Yep.
I've rolled my sleeves up, but I just made the comment I might be shirtless by the end of today because I'm already burning up and it's still pretty early. So we'll check in later, but for right now, things are going pretty good.
After finishing up the Cabin Creek Loop Trail and seeing some cool waterfalls, the course then takes us to the high country of the park where the ponies run free. There weren't too many ponies out this time, but the views were still incredible.
Oh, I feel great now that my shirt's off.
Around the 5th mile of the race and still on the main horse trail, we turn around and retrace our steps, running a nice gradual downhill back towards the parking area. The next several miles ranged from a mix of crushed gravel, rocks, and dirt trails as we worked our way down to the first aid station.
So we're about 7 miles into the race. Should be coming up on our first and only aid station, which is actually where I was volunteering all day yesterday. So that's kind of fun to get back here. 10.5 miles in. Last little bit. So far we've been in this big grassy field. Lots of flowers, some water crossings. Overall, just an amazing course. Lovely day. I mean, look at this. There you go.
During the last 2 miles of the course, we hopped back onto the road to ascend nearly 1,000 vertical feet of elevation back to the start-finish line.
Less than 2 miles to go.
This was by far the toughest section of the race.
Final little push. You got this. Look behind you. Okay, here we are finishing up the last little bit of road.
Ooh, yeah.
Just one more little incline up the trail and we'll be done.
Killed it, man. There you go, man.
Good job, Katie.
Nice job. Done
Awesome.
and dusted. The last 2 miles was some of the hardest I've done.
I don't doubt it. When the first, I saw the second place woman come in at 2:20, I was like, oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah. Well, the weird part is the middle of the course was actually quite runnable and
It's all downhill for like 7 miles.
And I was like, this is great.
And then on the way back, nope.
And the way back, I was like, oh my gosh.
That was tough.
That was hard.
All right, so that's a wrap for the Grayson Highlands Half Marathon. Everybody finished. I think I got like 3 hours and 6 minutes. Overall, pretty good day. Ran with Katie. That was a lot of fun. So I've got 2 more weeks now until Quest for the Crest and not much time left to do anything else. So, all right, so that's everything. Like I said, I'll check in with you guys next week. And remember, in whatever you do, just do your best and the best will always happen. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks a bunch.